my book and wax friends. I am Amber. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are returning. Welcome if you're new. So glad to have you here with me. I post about all things books and home fragrance, and today's video is a bookish video. It is what's in the book bag, which is my monthly library book haul. So I have quite a few books right here to share with y'all. And some of these you might have seen if you watched my fall TBR video. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I'll do that one first or this one first. We'll see which one goes up first. But there are some repeats, so just to be aware. But for sure, check out that video, whether it's uploaded already to YouTube, my YouTube channel or not. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I will link it for sure one way or the other. Okay, first book I have to share is called The Floating World by Axio, and I actually do have it in the Fairy Loot edition, but I had a chance to get it from the library as a library book, and I prefer, if I can, to read the library book version so I can keep my Fairy Loot version free from damage or possible damage. I'm very careful with my books, but you never know what will happen. So if I have the opportunity, I will get it from the library. So this is about a girl named Sun Ho. Sun Ho is the book. And guess what I remembered? I remembered to get my glasses. So let's look real quick. So Sun Ho lives in the underworld, a land of perpetual darkness. An ex-soldier, he can remember little of his life before 2 years ago when he woke up alone with only his name and his sword. Now he does odd jobs to scrape by until he comes across the score of a lifetime, a chest of coins for any mercenary who can hunt down a girl who wields silver light. Meanwhile, far to the east, Ren is a cheerful and spirited acrobat, traveling and performing with her adoptive family. But everything changes during one of their festival performances when the village is attacked by a horrific human-like demon. In a moment of fear and rage, Ren releases a blast of silver light, a power she has kept hidden since childhood, and kills the monster. But her efforts are too late to prevent her adoptive family from suffering a devastating loss or to save her beloved uncle from being grievously wounded. Determined to save him from succumbing to poisoned wound, Ren sets off over the mountains where the creature came from and from where Ren herself fled 10 years ago. Her path sets her on a collision course with Sun Ho, but he doesn't realize she's the girl that he and 100 other swords for hire is looking for. As the two grow closer through their travels, they come to realize that their paths and destinies are far more intertwined than either of them could have imagined. So I've heard really good things about that one, and I'm excited to get to it for sure. Okay, the next one is called Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice by Katie Cicatelli Cook, I think. And this is similar to the vibes you get from You've Got Mail or The Little Shop Around the Corner, about a girl named Lucy, and this is YA romance, and her family owns a family-owned coffee shop in this New England town where fall is celebrated. She's not a big fan of pumpkin spice, but this other coffee shop that's like this major corporate type of coffee shop ends up moving into town, and she finds out that the boy that she kind of has a crush on at her high school is the son of the owners, and this, so similar, like I said, to You've Got Mail from what it sounds like from the synopsis. Sounds super cute. Then I have A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. Never read any books by Naomi Novik, but I've heard good things about her as an author. And this is the first book in the Sholomance series, and this is said to be kind of like a grown-up version of Harry Potter. There's monsters, there's a school, and there is magic, and I've heard it's really good. So I'm looking forward to reading that one in September for sure. Next up is The Wind Weaver by Julie Johnson. And this, I'm going to have to read the synopsis for because I do not remember. I do remember that it sounded really good, but other than that, I don't remember. I requested this book a couple months ago. Okay, Fear of Magic Plagues, War-Torn Anne Wivin. Anne Wivin? I think so. Halflings like Raya Fleetwood are killed on sight, but Raya's execution is interrupted by an unexpected savior, one far more terrifying than her would-be killers, the mysterious and mercenary Commander Scythe. In the clutches of this new enemy, Raya finds herself fighting for her life in the barren Northlands. Yet the farther she gets from home, the more she learns that nothing is as it seems, not her fearsome captor, nor the blight that ravages her dying realm, not even herself. For Raya is no ordinary halfling. The strange birthmark on her chest and the wind she instinctively calls forth means she is a remnant, one of 4 souls scattered across Anne Wivin, fated to restore the balance of magic or die trying. So, sounds good. I've heard good things about that one. Super fun, romantasy for sure. Okay, next up is, I don't know if this is the final book, Jennifer Lynn Barnes' Glorious Rivals. It's part of the Inheritance Games world. It's like a spin-off series continuation of the Inheritance Games. And this is book 2 in the new series, and this whole series is super fun. Think Knives Out with puzzles and games and all that, but I can't really go into detail about this since really you should read the Inheritance Games series first because, like I said, it's a continuation. I would say probably not all the way necessary, but I feel like you should for sure read those first. So this is YA, not fantasy, but YA book with trials and games and all that fun stuff. So Glorious Rivals. Then Jane Eyre, I plan on reading in September. It's on my fall TBR, and this is a classic. It's about Jane Eyre, and she is an orphan. She comes to, when she grows up, she comes to be a governess for Mr. Rochester, and she catches feelings for Mr. Rochester, but there is a mystery, and it's a coming-of-age type of tale at the same time, and I know it's gothic and has spooky vibes and that sort of thing, so I'm excited. Then I have The Grace of Wild Things. Did I even say Charlotte Bronte? It's a classic. You should know who it's written by, but just in case I didn't say, Charlotte Bronte. Okay, so The Grace of Wild Things is by Heather Fawcett, who wrote the Emily Wilde trilogy, one of my favorite trilogies of the past few years. And this is a middle grade book, actually, and it's like a witchy version of Anne of Green Gables. It's inspired by Anne of Green Gables, and it's about a girl who is an orphan. She has powerful magic, and she ends up coming to this witch in the forest to hopefully be her apprentice. And the witch really doesn't want her as her apprentice, but she tells her if she can learn all the spells in her grimoire, which is like 150, I think it said it was, 150 spells in the witch's grimoire, that she will take her on as her apprentice. But if not, then she's going to absorb all of Grace's magic. So it sounds really fun, really cute. And you had me at inspired by Anne of Green Gables, because one of my favorite all-time series for sure. Then I have a cozy fantasy called A Harvest of Hearts, and this is by Andrea Eames. And this is about, it's similar in vibe to Howl's Moving Castle is what I've heard. And it's about a girl named Foss who works in a village, and a sorcerer comes to the village, and I guess sorcerers can like snag people's hearts and use them, absorb their magic type of thing. And the sorcerer doesn't mean to, but accidentally takes a tiny piece of Foss's heart. And so Foss is now on the hunt to find this sorcerer, ends up going to where he lives, becomes his housekeeper or something like that, and finds out that things aren't as she expected. So I've heard this is fun, cozy, fantasy for sure. Perfect for the fall time of year. Then the last one I have is called Can't Help Falling in Love by Sophie Sullivan. This is a fake dating, fake engagement type of trope where a guy named Will, to inherit his family's Seattle company, he's the heir. He needs to settle down, and otherwise he won't inherit the company or something like that. And so he ends up coming across this girl named Lexi, who is waitressing, and somehow they end up coming to this agreement to have a fake engagement. And look at the fall vibes. The fall vibes for sure is what sold me on the story. So that's it, you guys. That is everything that is in my library book haul for the month of September. Let me know if you've read any of these, and let me know, are you a seasonal reader? Because I am all about the seasonal vibes for reading and for home fragrance as well. So let me know that down in the comments, and I appreciate all of you. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet for more book and home fragrance content. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Mwah! TTFN. Ta-ta for now.